Welcome back, everyone. It's June 12th, 2020. I'm Jerry Hall, and here's the view from Costa Rica. This video is not going to be about a digital asset, piece of news, or even my perspective on the cryptocurrency space. This is about me expressing my gratitude to you, the YouTube community that have subscribed to this channel and taken it to the next level. To give you a point of reference, I started creating some daily videos back April 1st. I had 53 subscribers. That jumped up to 243 subscribers on May 20th. And here we are, June 12th, 1,962 subscribers. Now, that meets a criteria, one of two parts, for YouTube monetization. But you can also see here on the screen that I exceeded the necessary 4,000 hours to become monetized. So with the subscriber numbers, the watched hours, the channel can now monetize itself. This is an incredible thing. I want to take it one step farther. It's no secret, I live on a very constrained budget down here in Costa Rica. I've made a very conscious effort to have my dollars be in investments and not to support maybe a lifestyle that I'd like to have, because I honestly believe that my crypto investment is going to make me filthy rich. So I'm willing to live like a pauper now so that I can live like a king later. And I believe many of you share that same view, or you wouldn't be invested in this high risk, high flying space that we call crypto. But let me get back to the gratitude. My goal has always been to live by this adage, and that is, give a man a fish he eats for the day. Teach that man how to fish, and he'll eat for a lifetime. Now, that was true when I was in construction. I would bring people on who maybe didn't have the necessary skills, but they had a desire to learn, and we would build things. And we would build things, and people would pay us for our time. And I did pretty good at that. And I've had other professions or careers, if you want to call it that. I worked for a bank for a while. It's been a couple of years working for a bank, and that was interesting. I spent a couple of years as a professional poker player. That was interesting. Supported myself and my son for that period of time. I even spent a couple of years working for a gun store as a gun range manager. And that was interesting, because every environment that I seem to find myself in, I learn things. I learn things about people. I learn things about systems. Now, coming into the digital asset space back in February of 2018, it started a journey of financial literacy. Being interested in this space and learning about Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP and a handful of other projects and what their designed use cases were and how do they fit into the existing world and how do they depart from the existing world, I saw an opportunity that mirrored the same financial opportunities that I had passed on in previous years. I'm talking about the internet boom. I'm talking about the entire telecommunications revolution, where we went from landlines to today smartphones. Learning about investing, learning about financial monetary policy as it pertains to me personally, as well as how does it pertain to the world? How do governments decide how they're going to utilize resources? These are all things that have helped me become a more well-rounded human being, because if I understand the game and the rules of the game, then I can better position myself to be a member or a participant in that game. And regardless if we like it or not, we are all part of economies. You can't get around it unless you decide to go to some isolated island and live off of coconuts. You are going to be part of a community, and communities have value exchange. Every economy has ways to generate wealth. Now, we don't get taught these things in school. I know I didn't. Obviously, being educated in the United States, I don't know exactly what it's like to be educated in a Latin American country or a European country or an Asian country. But I can tell you that there was no emphasis on financial literacy, wealth creation in my days, even in college. The courses that I received in business administration and economics did not prepare me to generate wealth. Truth of the matter is that you folks have channels like Real Vision, Alhambra Investments, The Rebel Capitalists. I'm trying to do my part. I want to express my gratitude for all the folks that have gravitated to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and have been so generous leaving your comments in the comment field. I truly enjoy the engagement. I want to continue to encourage you to engage. And with that said, I do have a request of you. I have some ideas. Now that this channel's being monetized, I'm not going to take that money and put it in my pocket. I think there's a better use for that money. Let's help others. Truth of the matter is, this channel wouldn't be monetized without you, the subscribers. So this is something that we can do together. I believe financial literacy is at the core of a tremendous amount of the strife that's present around the globe. Income inequality is real. People are lashing out. Maybe it's in the name of police brutality. But I honestly believe if everybody had the tools to have financial prosperity and we're utilizing those tools, you would see a lot less frustration. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. So I took a stab at a couple of things here. I've got some ideas. I want to create educational content in both English and Spanish, maybe even partner with somebody who's got an Asian dialect, so that we can really begin a process of providing tools so that each and every one of us can fish for ourselves. I've already done a few things that are examples of the direction of this idea. You'll see a couple of these animated videos here on the screen. We've got the compound interest for Daniel in English, the compound interest video for Maria in English, as well as a compound interest video for Maria in Spanish. I did a series with Cryptopolis called Beyond Moon, dealing with the early topics of sudden wealth syndrome, going all the way through designing an individual exit strategy and how to capitalize on the newfound wealth that's going to come from our crypto investments and how to preserve that and even add upon it. There's an idea I have that I've not yet actually created anything for. It's an idea that I'm fleshing out. It's called Money Monkeys. And it's for those 7 to 14-year-olds to start forming a sound basis for value exchange. I know kids already did it. I did. 7 years old, 5, 6, 7 years old, I was trading Hot Wheels for G.I. Joes and back and forth. And there was this little bartering system with me and my buddies. I honestly believe our fundamental viewpoints on value exchange start as kids. Well, let's start giving the kids sound practices in a fun way. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into the Money Monkeys thing, but that's an idea. Back to my budget. You know, I can't fund these projects on my own. I just can't. And I don't think the little tiny YouTube contributions are going to make all these things possible unless this channel gets just, absolutely monstrous. So I've got some ideas and I want to run them by you. Obviously, the YouTube revenue will be, will go to funding these type of things. I'm considering show sponsors. A couple of entities have reached out to me. I Trust Capital, Coin Flip ATMs. There's affiliate programs with your ledgers and your this and your that. Hit this link, get 10% off. Some YouTubers are using merch stores. There's even actually reaching out to philanthropists. Your Bill Gates, your Warren Buffetts, Bill Pulte's, maybe even folks in the financial sector, your Mike Novogratz, your Raoul Pals, etc. I'd really like your thoughts because my desire and my goal is to give back and help create real value, not only for us that are already in the space, but for the generations that are going to follow us. Please leave your comments. I absolutely encourage your engagement and want to leave you with this. Big announcement tonight. I'm going to do a live stream with my buddy Brady based on kind of a talk radio kind of format. We got a guest, Nick Black, coming in from Crypto and Coffee, who's a very, 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 very smart macro economic focused person who happens to be deep into the crypto scene. If you haven't checked out Crypto and Coffee, check it out. It's fun. But we're going to do that live stream tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on this channel. With that being said, I am grateful. I'm grateful for Jungle Inc. inviting me on a show a year plus ago to talk XRP. Brad Kimes for taking a phone call and putting me on air a couple of different times, engaging, which was very encouraging for me to even consider making my own content. The guys over at On the Chain for bringing me into the fold, showing me how to do some of these things. I mean, I didn't know how to record a video. I didn't know how to do anything. And they took their time and helped me out. So many of you that have reached out through private messages, whether it be a DM on Twitter or a private message on Facebook. And many of you have become, I consider friends. I mean, I've got a small list of people that I talk to on the phone offline. How cool is that? So again, folks, thank you so much for embracing me, embracing this channel. And let's see what we can do together going forward. What a wonderful world it would be if we can create a place where there is prosperity. I know money isn't everything, but boy, it sure helps to get stuff done. That's enough for me, folks. See you tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And from Costa Rica, Pura Vida.